So let's get a baseline. Do you want a baseline? Let's do this first. Before we start down the rabbit hole. I've got an idea. Hey, Mike. So I'm doing a bit of testing before I jump on Save the World today. Yeah, you're going to need a 360 monitor after you get your new PC. Going down the rabbit hole. Right. Why have I got no audio? No, I do have audio. It's just being quiet. Right, so one of the things I want to test before I start all the command line stuff, view distance. Now, I know when I tested recently view distance, the average goes down like 1 FPS going from low to medium. And if you go all the way down to epic, it's like going down 2.5 FPS on the average. So say you're capping at 360, you'd be going from like 358 average down to 357 or 356, depending on which one you do. So I was trying to think of tests that I can do to kind of look at this and replicate it a bit, because live in game is dependent on who you're looking at. So if the other person has got really bad internet, then they could be teleporting around, even if you've got epic view distance, right? So I needed something that I can look at here. I thought if I come in here and watch these guys move around, I don't know what the distance is. How far is this? 66. I mean, it's not very far, is it? Maybe I need to go further away. That guy's quite far away. 145. You try and watch that guy. All right, so 140 meters odd, yeah. Let's just get rid of the ping so we can see what's going on. Is he cheeky bugger? Trying to test here. Oh. I need to be out of range from him doing that. Okay, he's just appeared. Can we just about see him? Do you see that he's disappeared there? You see that? Now he's back again. What range is that? That's 146. He got stuck there. Okay, this is actually quite a good test. So I don't know whether you can see this little character going across the map here, but sometimes he gets stuck and sometimes he comes back. So this is what I'm talking about. If you want to track someone and shoot them a long way away, look, he got stuck there. Do you see that again? Look, and there again. So I think I'm on medium view distance at the moment. So we'll get to the command line argument stuff in a minute. But I tried thinking about this yesterday when Mike talked about Save the World and the Husks doing this. So does it make a difference to that character there, this guy, for view distance? Is he teleporting more or less? Hey, Cry, thank you for the resub, mate. Much appreciated. Is he teleporting more or less on different view distances? That's the question, because if he does teleport less, it might be worth sucking up the FPS drop. Might be worth sucking up the FPS drop in exchange for being able to track people better at range. Because it looks like Fortnite are actively reducing the amount of packets per second and information you're getting on things that are far away. So if they've started doing that to reduce server load or reduce the amount of stuff that you're getting, then that obviously impacts your aim and your ability to shoot people if they're like teleporting around. I mean, he's teleporting when he gets to this bit over here, isn't he? There, you see that? He kind of teleports from the side of that tree. So about here and here, he's teleporting. So I think that's the test we've got to look at. So if I change that to epic, is that going to be smoothed out? Let's go full hog here. No. He's still juddering there and there, isn't he? There goes that theory. Or maybe it's just in a live game, though. I think he's still teleporting there and there. This guy jumping around. Watch. He gets stuck on the left side of the tree and then he teleports. See that? So we know that that's not another player's internet problem because that's a bot. So he's on 0 ping. He's generated by the server. But even on epic, he gets stuck either left side of that tree. Same. It's the same. And if I back up a bit, I think he disappears, isn't he? Yeah, he disappears at that range. So what is that range? 147. Can I see him if I put him on epic view distance now? Does he come back? No. So the view distance doesn't seem to be changing how far away somebody is rendered. Seems to be like 150 meters. If I get a little bit closer. Where is he? It could be the conditions of this world. There he is. He's back. How far away is he now? I'd say 150 meters. You can't see somebody. Or it could just be parameters for this world, I suppose. Teleporting around. So my next question is, he disappeared there again. Do you see that? And he's back again. Oh, he respawned. That looked like a respawn point. So maybe he's just not spawning over 150 meters. Maybe that's a condition for this creative world. There you go. There's another stuck. What are we set on at the moment? This is epic view distance. Doesn't seem to make any difference on view distance that whether or not we can see the character or whether or not he's teleporting around. Incidentally, looking at the stats at the top, I'm getting about 62 packets a second download and about 40 in the 40s upload. You can see, and hide me for a second. So if you look at the upload and downloads, I'm getting more download. I'm getting like 60 odd download, and I'm getting in the 40s upload. Yeah. So I'm wondering if we change the view distance, whether that changes how much data we're getting. Because it shouldn't do, but it might be. Let's hide me again so you guys can see. Oh, I've done that twice. So still around 60 download and still in the 40s upload. So it does not seem to be changing the number of packets per second. Alright, 37, 36, 33, and two upload and 33 download kilobits a second. So 38, 2. So let's change that to this. Settled on 2 upload again now, and about the same download. Okay, so view distance does not seem to be influencing network information per second, which the theory was that it did, at least in this creative. I mean, creative may be different to main map. I don't know. But unless I did a customs and got a load of people in and we kind of tested that way, there doesn't seem to be any difference between the view distance. I mean, view distance makes a big difference in Save the World. You can't see lots of things on low. So I managed to use medium on that one. If we jump around a bit, the upload packets per second goes up, because we're sending more information on what we're doing to the server. Yeah. So we're now downloading about the same, about 50, 60, but now we're uploading, like 65 packets a second, 69, 66. So we've effectively doubled the amount of packets per second that we're doing. So the server, because we're sending the server more information. So if we sit still, it goes down to the 30s and 40s. Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. That's got to die. No, he just comes straight back up again. Oh. At what point does this guy start teleporting? 100 meters. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm going to recommend at the moment people go on medium until I work this out. But it's difficult to measure. Right, let's do command line arguments. Right, so what do we want to do? Should we get a benchmark? Oh, I haven't played a game. Can't do a benchmark. Yeah, thanks for that, mate. I haven't played a game, so I can't benchmark. I haven't played a game since the update. Or have I? I don't think I have. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Open replay folder. See which one's the biggest. This one. Probably a reload. So if we do bench, maybe that. Probably a reload. There we go. Oh, really? Oh, it's one of the creative ones. Any one of these ones? Oh, it's got more action. Okay, so we need to benchmark something before I start changing command line arguments, just from an FPS perspective. Yeah, that's not a bad spot. Yeah, that's not a bad spot. And we're basically getting all of these. Okay. Do we want to just leave it on medium? I mean, we're comparing like for like here, so I might just leave it on medium view distance just for this bench. Then we need to turn off. We need to turn off. Correct. We need to turn off our overlay editor. So that's gone, and we need to put on CapFrame X. Right. So we're going to be basically testing these today. So these are Unreal Engine 5.5, the latest version. And I've basically gone through the entire list and tried to pick out a few that look like they might be interesting to test. Because there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. So these are the ones that I thought might be quite interesting to test. So there's one that does no splash screen. That'll help speed things up when you start up the game, but it won't help during the game. I turn off HDR because I'm not using HDR. I'm turning off ray tracing. I'm not using ray tracing. I'm turning off VSync because I'm not using VSync, and I'm using a full screen. So these are things that I can set already in Fortnite, but I'm forcing it from the Unreal Engine, so it's kind of disabling those options. In theory, whether or not these are completely disabled in Fortnite, they're available in the Unreal Engine 5.5, but whether or not they're available in Fortnite, I do not know. So I thought if I turned off some logging, that would reduce overhead. So there's something called no AI logging, no default log, no thread log, no log to memory, silent logging, no GPU crashing. I think that's another thing you can tick in Fortnite. And no verifying garbage collection. It's technically not logging, but that might just be a decent tweak to try. So we'll run all these and then see if the performance gets any better. As I say, I don't think that will make the performance any better because these are off. That's on anyway. That's off. These are off anyway. And that's just a startup game thing. But these network ones are interesting. So LAN play I've tested before. So when we were just looking in Fortnite and we were looking at packets per second, that made no difference previously. Whether or not it still does, I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. This is an interesting one. It says FPS, but where's the description? FPS. Where is it? I can't see it. Is it in a different section? Here we go. Override fixed tick rate frames per second. So the tick rate is basically how often the server checks for updates or you supply updates, right? So the higher the tick rate, the more accurate the enemy positions are and your positions are, and when you're shooting them, how accurately the relative positions of both you and the enemy are. So it should increase the hit reg by if you're accurate in your aiming and you've got a better tick rate. Yeah. So this overrides the fixed tick rate and then makes it variable, maybe. So that might be quite interesting to try. The other one was force tick rate max and min. I don't know the minimum time slice, so force the minimum time slice. So I think that one's probably better, but it could be the other way around. So I was going to try both of them just to see if it made any difference to the packets a second. Probably not, because it looks like we're sitting on about 60 packets per second in general when both the targets and you are jumping around. So tick rate of basically 60. So if we can increase that tick rate at all with maybe one of these, it might be quite interesting to play with. Obviously the server probably controls most of this, but you might be able to request a higher tick rate, or maybe the server has more available to it, but you don't request it. So I don't know. We'll find out. I'm going to play with that. Okay, so that's those three. So yeah, so I think there's a couple of the ones I want to try. Some of the old ones like limit client tick and use all available processes. They don't even exist anymore in this. They don't even exist, those ones. So the ones that people have made videos on YouTube about in the past, they don't even exist, and they didn't work back then anyway. But console variables and commands. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's try this. I'm going to close this off because I've discovered which ones I want to try. And then we can run the benchmarks. I don't mind having Notepad running in the background. It's got a low footprint, but I don't really want Edge running in the background while I'm benchmarking because it might mess some stuff up because it's blooming bloated. Right. So we'll leave this running, but well, actually we can just close it actually, and it will just reopen when we need it. Right. So we're gonna get a baseline. Yeah. We need CapFrameX running. CapFrameX, please. The stats are probably going to be in the top left behind my head, so I'm going to move them to the bottom left so you guys can see. There we go. All right, so stats in the bottom left. 209 FPS right now. What? I'm sorry, why am I not on a solid 360? I'm going to run this through twice just in case, but why is that massively reduced? What have I done? Spot anything? Let's just run it. It might go up. It might just be the bit that I've paused it on. Right, gameplay. Ready, steady, go. 3 minutes on the clock.
Capture started.
Right, I'm up to 360 FPS now. I don't know why that was weird to begin with. This is why you set a 3-second intro before it starts delay before it starts capturing. Now this will be our baseline, and then we can change those command line arguments, and then see if it's better or worse. What I'll do is I'll see on the replay if I've got about 0.1% lows, whether or not this is a valid one or I need to run it again. I don't think I should have any shader cache I need to compile. Yeah, you can tell I don't have wall hacks. Shooting into a bush where somebody's already dead. They're not there. Just watched MSI's 5090 review. That monster runs hot even with massive coolers, is it? What temperatures am I running at? 33. I really like my 4080 Super. I mean, it does everything it needs to. I'm running 3 gigahertz speeds. I mean, Ship in comparison, it's got a 4090, and I think he's running 2,700 megahertz something, because he hasn't overclocked it, and it's got more CUDA cores, but I'm probably running lower latency because I'm running higher frequency.
Capture finished.
He was sniping me from the clock tower. There were 4K full GPU bound benchmarks with and without OCE and up to 750 power draw. Wow. 750 watts. Right, are we finished here? So, let's have a look. Oh. Let's have a look. So if the stuttering is low, that's a valid baseline. So this is bench 555. I can probably post this on the Discord, by the way. I mean, 0% stuttering. That's super smooth. I'm capping at 360 and I'm averaging 359.9. So well optimized, very smooth. That would be even better on low view distance, obviously. But yeah, that's a really good benchmark. Really good benchmark. Okay, so let's close Fortnite. Add some command line arguments and see if better, worse, etc. Yeah. Room's a heater. Yeah. All right. That's right. So we can add the command line arguments in it. Settings. Fortnite. Command line arguments. Right. So what are we starting with? I want to see if no splash makes any difference. Pretty sure none of these will make any difference whatsoever, but you need minuses behind them. Okay, so we're gonna, I don't know whether I can multiple copy or I'm going to have to do this one at a time. There we go. There's just the spaces. Right, that's pretty sure this is not going to affect the not going to affect FPS at all. Is it going to be faster loading up with no splash? I mean, potentially we could have better FPS. I've turned off various bits of the Unreal Engine. Black screen, that's what's good. Why is my GPU running at 780 megahertz? Shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't be power saving at all. Should not be power saving unless something's overriding. Please tell me this hasn't been reset again by Windows. It has! Why does Windows keep doing this? I'm not running a stripped down driver, by the way. We're going to need a new baseline. This is going to need to close. Damn it. I'm running G-Sync at the moment because I'm playing Save the World, and that FPS goes up and down like crazy because it's not optimized. Yeah, we're going to need a new baseline. That's fine. That's fine. That's not fine. That's fine. That's fine. And that's fine. So some things got clearly reset. Some things didn't. Still running on Core 4. Let's make sure resizable bars on. See, Windows updates driving me nuts. Never happened on Windows 11.23 H2. It's only started happening on 24 H2. Right. I'm going to reboot quickly. Oop. I'm going to run it again. We'll run it again. Live benchmarking. This is what happens. At least I am actually benchmarking and not just putting YouTube videos out just with a load of nonsense that somebody else has hearsay said. Oh, this is better than that. We want that on. We want. And we're gonna have to turn. We're gonna have to get a new benchmark. We have to get a new baseline here. So, turning these off. Turn it off for now. So we need a new baseline. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this, but Exit Lag version 5 uses RTSS clearly, or has its own FPS. It's saying 0 there. If I run my overlay, I've seen this use up to 500 FPS. So you always want it at least covered or minimized. So if you're running two screens, two monitors, and you're running your game on one and RTSS open on, Exit Lag open on the other one, you are sharing a 500 FPS from your game into Exit Lag. So look, well, this is 120 FPS at the moment, but so yeah, just always have this covered or minimized while you're gaming, because it's going to be sapping away your performance otherwise from your game. Other than that, we like Exit Lag. Right, replays, please. Go back to 555. 555. See, my GPU is now not saving energy. Starting here, we want gameplay mode, not that one. It's weird, look, it's gone straight to 360 this time. Must have been that power saving thing, which is why it was running lower when I started the previous replay. Right, ready, steady, go.
Capture started.
Echo. What's the setting to change the text style on Windows? Text style? I mean, the default font for Windows? I don't know. Why would you do that? Why don't you test your FPS Unlimited? You already get there. Because I want to test what I play in. I would never play in Unlimited because because my monitor is the limiting factor. So I want to match my FPS to the hertz on the screen. That will be the smoothest gameplay. That will be the most consistent frame times, which will help your muscle memory because it's got consistent frame times. So I want to test with what I would play at, not with what is possible, because there's no point in it. I'd never run Unlimited. Would never do that. I'm trying to basically optimize for myself, is what I'm trying to do, and then I'm sharing what I find with you guys. It's effectively what's happening here. So, yeah, I want to find the best, smoothest, optimized, low latency that I would run myself to give myself the most competitive advantage. That's what I'm trying to do. "23 seconds left."
Capture finished.
All right, done. Let's have a look at that one. So what do we have before? I'm curious just to compare these two. Yeah, it's smoother the second time. I've got better lows the second time. Yeah. Okay. Let me delete that. This is bench 555 baseline. Right, so we're going to compare everything to this now. I'm going to compare everything to this. Nice and smooth. Nothing frame times over 10, pretty much over around 10 milliseconds. Really, really good. So that's what I play on normally. I mean, saying that, I normally play on low view distance, which will make these even better. But if you're getting anything less than 0.3 millisecond, 0.3% stuttering here, then you've got some optimization to do, or you're running an unrealistic FPS cap. You're not sticking to your baseline. It's probably nowhere near your baseline if you're having high stuttering. So my general rule of thumb is, yeah, 0.3% is worst case scenario. I don't even know if I've got one that's a 0.2. If I even got one that's a 0.3. Still 0.2. That's quite bad actually. That's an unlimited one. That's an unlimited one. So I do test unlimited sometimes, but I'm trying to optimize right now for how I play, what I'm playing on. Hence the 360 cap, hence it's pretty much there most of the time. Right, so baseline, let's go. So now we need to restart Fortnite, change the command line arguments, and run it again. I do have a new replay. Zeppo, do you want it? Okay, saved demos. Copy. Your benchmarks. Okay. It's not big map, but it's reload. Go. Go grab it. Go run it. Go compare. Right. Settings. Down here. Command line arguments. So a reminder, we're running these command line arguments. No HDR, no ray tracing, no VSync, running full screen display only, no splash. So it shouldn't really make any difference to the performance here, because they're all things I can set in game. Right, was that quicker logging in? I don't think so. So most of these are probably disabled, to be honest. Five, right, ready, steady, go.
Capture started. Yeah, I thought the other guy was rezzing in there, but he was actually to the right.
18 seconds. I definitely closed Discord, didn't I? I don't want Discord running minimized in the background somewhere, messing up the results. I need to double check that.
Capture finished.
Definitely closed. Yeah, it's not right. That's fine. That's fine. Right, so well, that's nearest makes no difference. If anything, it's a bit worse. A bit worse. Okay, we're not running that. It's either nothing or certainly not better. So they're not going to be used. Next. Try and get rid of some of this logging. Not that. Should be doing that much logging to begin with. I don't think it does that much I/O, to be honest with you. And I've looked at Process Explorer before. It's not actually doing much I/O. Okay, so that's those. They did nothing. Let's turn all of these off. So these are all things that turn off logging. And to be honest with you, I think I'm going to separate that one from the list. Because these are just logging. These are just logging ones. All right, try that. All right. Ready, steady, go.
Capture started.
This in theory has turned off loads of logging, which should reduce the CPU cycles, which should being used for the logging, which should give more CPU cycles to the game available, which should give you better FPS, especially lows. So in theory, turning off logging should make a decent difference, depending on how much logging it's doing. Whether or not it's actually worked is the question. And you get Batch to show me how to do customs. Because I've got my own creator code, I think I can do customs. I don't know how to set it up. You might need to join some special Discord server somewhere. Don't know. Anybody here know how to do custom matches in this? I've never done it. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh yeah, clock on. Yeah.
Capture finished.
Have a look. So this is no logging. In theory, probably is logging. Nope. Pretty much exactly the same, so I don't think that's doing absolutely anything. Let's try the no thingy GC. No verified GC. So the thing I'm looking at right now, right, for this next one, I'll show you in the logs that clearly weren't being updated. Right, so in here, let me find a GC, please. I can't. I go to GC. GC. Okay. So in here, in the logs, you can see where it does log garbage. So it's doing GC, a garbage collection. So it's clearing out memory for objects it doesn't need anymore. And when this happens, basically everything else pauses whilst the memory is kind of cleaned out, and then it goes back to it. So the less often it does garbage collection and the less time it takes, they're all the kind of spikes in the frame times. So they're all these things. Normally once every 61 seconds, I think I measured. So even if you're standing in creative not doing anything, you'll get these every like 61 seconds, you'll get these peaks where everything just pauses and it does a garbage collection, cleans out the memory, and then it goes again. Garbage collection tuning is a nightmare. I've done it for kind of huge multi-millions concurrent user servers, and you have to kind of choose between doing regular and small ones or not very regular and really big ones, and they take longer and the outage is more. So it's a balancing act, and I've talked to Epic about this before, and they said, well, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do about it. That's just how the game works. So anyway, but one of the things it does is it verifies what, I forgot, does it go? Has it got an example in here? Come on. Maybe it doesn't. Normally it does a verify garbage collection where it's part of the GC. It verifies the objects first before it then clears everything out. And that's like an extra step. And so if you can skip that step and just say go for it without checking everything first, that can reduce the time it's taking. I can't find it. Anyway, I think I've explained it. Yeah, so let's run that. Let's run this no verified GC setting. Again, I think I've tested this before and it didn't do anything at the time. The logging thing did nothing. The logging ones are useless. Right, but no verified garbage collection. Try that. Launch it. Here we go. Compare frame times after, maybe there's some improvement. Yeah, we'll have a look. Yeah. Because what I would like actually to add CapFrame X, you know how you got like average FPS, 95 percentile FPS, all those. I'd like them to show the stats for frame times. So average frame time, 95 percentile frame time. I'd like to see that more. I suppose they are related. You can do 1 over the FPS times 1,000 is the frame time, but I think it'd be easier to see sometimes. Otherwise, what are we doing? Replace. Da, 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 da. Let's no 5. Okay, ready, steady, go.
Capture started.
I mean, you could see there that he was kind of teleporting around a little bit. I might run this replay just from a visual point of view, just that bit at the beginning there, and see what, because I'm on medium view distance at the moment, stick it on epic and see whether they don't like teleport about as much. So I'm not convinced that creative world is a valid test of bots doing that. If I can simulate it in a replay, that might be better. They were kind of jumping around a little bit there. The other problem with restarting Fortnite every time is technically you could be put on a different server that's running the replay. Each time it's possible. Yeah. Yeah, I prefer it when I can do tests back to back and I can just pause the replay, rewind it, change one setting that doesn't require a PC restart or a game restart, and then rerun the test. They're the most accurate test you can do. Less variables. Temps are looking good. Low 60s. In the 50s, high 50s, low 60s. Happy with that.
Capture finished.
Yep. Let's go. Verified GC. That's still not better, is it? I honestly don't think that these are doing anything. I think this is within margin of error at the moment. What was the temps in the first one? Uh, 61 up to 72. Where are we now? So temps haven't got any hotter. Has the clock speed gone down a bit? 5844. No. Because we are getting worse results than when we started in the benchmark. Yeah, everything should be better. Could just be margin of error. Or it could, when we rebooted, now be on a different server, which is giving slightly worse FPS. Right, so well that didn't help. Next. So in terms of FPS, nothing helps. Nothing that I can see helps in terms of FPS for the new latest command line arguments. Let's have a look at network though. I want to know whether I can change the number of packets per second. I still don't know whether or not. Force tick max. Does that mean I'm getting the best tick rate, or does that mean I'm getting worse tick rate? Yeah, I might do these separate. Might do these to begin with. Oh, what about latency? Well, if they're not doing anything to FPS, they probably aren't doing anything to latency. And given it takes me probably 20 minutes to run one latency test, swinging my pickaxe 100 times and setting it all up, I'm not going to bother. It's made zero difference to FPS so far. Makes me think they're just locked. Makes me think Fortnite has just locked them. As far as I am aware, the only command line argument that actually works is down there, the D3, D11, the one that basically forces it to go to DirectX 11 or DirectX 12. That, to my knowledge, is the only one that is not locked. Yeah, trust me, bro argument. Okay, so we've just changed the net stat. So we're not going to do FPS anymore. We're now looking at network stats, right? So let's go just into here and do the jumpy around test we did right at the very beginning of the stream. So we were basically getting upload 30 packets a second while we weren't moving. And when we were moving, it went up to just about 60, and download was consistently about 60. So that's pretty much the tick rate, how many packets you're getting per second. Get a new packet with new updated information. So if the packets per second goes up...
Welcome to the AIM section.
So where were we? We were over here, weren't we? We were jumping around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide me. Right, let's turn off Capture MX. Turn that off. I'm going to put this back onto my overlay. That's top left, otherwise it messes it up. So that's where it should be now. And then I'm going to go into game, and I'm going to make the HUD as big as it can go so you guys can see the net stats. Yeah. Right, so the HUD, I'm going to go all the way from 80 up to 120. Can you see that? It's annoying that the thing's in the way, though. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off Think and Save the World. Whenever I play Save the World, this gets turned back on again when I come back to BR. Really annoying. Automatically gets turned back on. Right. You see that a bit better now? So you can see the packets per second. Download and upload. Yeah? So before, we were sitting here, we were tracking this guy to see whether or not he glitched. Whoa, look, did you see that? There was no teleporting. Well, that's quite interesting. So you see this guy here, following him? When he got to about here, he was teleporting. He's not teleporting anymore. We may have just found a command line argument that is actually useful. He's not teleporting. So he's gone out of render there, look. And that's 150 meters ish. And then he's back again there. So render's clearly like 150 meters. He's not teleporting. Whoa, we may have found something. Have you tested the timer resolution? Yeah, the timer resolution is all detailed in my guide and my pack. That's really interesting. So packets per second over here, yeah. Download is still about the same. I'm actually getting 1% packet loss. You see that? It doesn't seem to have gone up at all. Ooh, that white. So in terms of packets per second, nothing seems to have changed. If anything, I would say the packets per second is higher now upload. So it says 42 instead of 30-ish. Download is still 50. 50, yeah, download's 55, 59, so it's around 60 marks, eh, that? And it's downloading 43 kilobits a second. But the fact that that bot is not teleporting is really, really interesting. Because that bot was teleporting earlier. So I've now just gone to near view distance. Watch that bot as it goes along the horizon here, look. That didn't teleport either.
he's gone out of render range there. That's why he's kind of gone weird.
So it's not view distance. He did teleport at the end there a bit. You see that? He teleported between there and there. I'm just watching this bot, this white one, run across the back here. And before he was teleporting between there and there all the time, every single go. He did a little hitch there. Because obviously he doesn't have ping. He's AI generated, so it can't be his internet because he's on the server. Yeah, there's a little hitch from there to there. I wonder if this will get rid of it. He is hitching there to there, so he's hitching on this tree now. Let me get a bit closer. I just don't want this guy shooting me off the map. No, that's smooth there. Go back to low. Oh, near, sorry. Doing kind of little hitches, but no big ones. So I think we're onto something with one of these command line arguments. Oh, what's Mike posting? New Fortnite balance update. Typhoon Blade damage nerfed against players from 30 to 28. Ah. Well, I didn't want to get too close to the edge because this guy lemon knocks you off. That's good, but it's only been damaged. Only gone down 2, Mike. It needed halving. Hollow's been nerfed. Wow, Hollow's been nerfed a lot. But the Hollow AR shoots 6% faster. Oh, that's probably a buff then. Oh, and it reloads slower. Okay, so the shotguns are reloading faster. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. So that's this guy watching this guy. Still doing a little bit of hitching over on the right side. Yeah, a little bit, but not too bad. That's with medium on. So do I need to tell people that it doesn't actually make a difference? Well, no, I don't think it's Furious that's doing it. I think medium's worth doing just to see things that you're landing on. I don't think that's doing it. So, what are we saying? 60 download, 45 upload? So what are those two that's doing it? Let me look at the documentation again. We go. So this overrides fixed tick rate frames per second, FPS. But what does that actually mean? I might keep the LAN play on. And I might, what were these two again? Force the tick rate. Force the maximum tick time slice. Does that increase the tick rate? Or does that increase the gap between each tick? Which is worse? I think that's the best one. But it might just be me. Might just try this on its own. Because I definitely think networking is the big thing that gets missed out the most for optimizing Fortnite. Because it's the desync that's the biggest problem. You run around a corner and then somebody does damage to you a whole second later. It's absurd. I mean, that is absurd. It shouldn't be. There must be a way of combating that. So we're doing force tick max. That's what we're trying right now. Go back in here. I quite like to do both of them, min and max, just to see if it does change the packets per second or the amount of data that's coming down. Let's go again. You guys can see all the net stats.
Welcome to the aim section.
At the moment, those stats are huge. 95 it says. Where's the guy on the hill? One guy on the hill, run around please. Why aren't you moving? Come on, respawn. I'm respawn and then move. Oh, he's not going to run around. I need you running around. So what did I say it was last time? It was about around 60 download and around 40 something upload, right? Oh, he's running around now. Look, look, look. We need to know whether this guy on the horizon is going to teleport at all. Because right now he's looking nice and smooth. That looks very smooth. That looks very smooth. I haven't seen him even slightly juddy yet. Oh, he did a little bit there. He did a tiny bit there. Didn't that time though. Nothing that time. So as I'm jumping around here, look, my upload packets 78, 61, 85, 78, 85. The highest I've seen is 85 upload. 90. Download. I think this might be the winner. 70s. And then sitting still. He's back. The fact that he's not, this guy is not juddering around. It's the first time I've seen him not, oh, he teleported there, but it might be in render range actually. Yeah, he despawned, that's why. That definitely seems smoother to me. Less teleporty. This is a technical term, teleporty. You seen this too, or is it too small on your screen? This guy here, this guy over here on the horizon. Alright. So that might do something as well. Let's go the opposite. Force tick min. So this should be the worst possible it could be. So he should teleport about lots now. Yeah, but he's actually teleporting like a good centimeter on my screen. So that's not frames per second. It's probably just the fact that it's really small. Yeah. Right, so this should be the worst one, in theory, if the max did the best one, and then the min should do the worst one, right? I bet it's the same. It would probably just come down to what server you're connected to, and whether you get any packet loss. Probably what it's going to come down to. This is all placebo. Let's have a look. So this should be bad now, in theory. If max was working, why wouldn't min work?
Welcome to the AIM section.
Oh, I'm getting plenty of packets per second to upload and download right now. Oh, come on, not again. Can I get him to despawn and come back again? He might run around. Come on. I had to kill him last time, didn't I? Alright. Come on. There he goes. He's running! Ah, teleport. Wait. Maybe it could be that I was too close. Little hitch there, but not much. Packets per second are all about what they were before. I don't think this is doing anything. I don't think this is doing anything. Look, the download and upload are pretty much the same. 32 and 2. It's 2 because I'm not moving. But we're not getting any additional data, I would say. 30s. Well, that just went to 77 when that kicked in, but it's up to 50, 60 packets per second. I don't think this is doing anything, guys. Try land play on its own. At least the storm's gone now. No wind, relatively clear skies. Quite nasty storming it last night. Mr. Biscuit! Hello. Let's go. Are you finished for the week, Mr. Biscuit? No more work? All play to look forward to. At the moment, I'm testing, and I need to run some Save the Worlds, and then hopefully in a couple of hours I'll be on for some VR. Right. This is why I'm not going to test this stuff. Nobody else is. Guarantee you that. They'll just make stuff up and stick it on YouTube. Trust me, bro. Title, trust me, bro. Oh, he's done it again, look. It's not moving. Come on, move. Yeah, you're gonna... I order. Oh, man. I've got to kill this guy to make him move. Come on. Alright, run away. Come back again. If he spawns. Come on, spawn already. Run, Forrest, run. Seriously? If I go over there, maybe he'll start running if I go over there. I need him to run. Now he's running. Right. Oh. So we need to keep an eye on the runner in the distance, and we need to work out like there whether he teleports. If he teleports or not. So the little runner in the distance over here. There was a little tiny glitch there, but not much. That's good to me. In terms of packets per second. Yeah, we're hardly uploading anything, 2. And it's still about 40 downloads. The downloads sitting at 5960. I don't think I'd say download is more stable on this. Because it was jumping around a lot, wasn't it, the download packets per second? I'd say that this is high, just sticking around the 60 level. Yeah? You see that? The lowest I've seen that is go down to 50, but it's pretty much sitting around 60 packets a second over here for the download one. And I don't see any teleporting from the little guy in the distance. What's my view distance set at? Medium at the moment. Alright, so I think I'm going to keep the land play one. Because it does seem to be keeping up the... packets per second. Does seem to be keeping them up higher, doesn't it? I think I'm going to keep that one. So that looks like it might be actually be doing something. I want to know whether this is doing something. This is one that interests me. Minus FPS. That's easy for everybody to remember as well. Stick minus FPS in your start parameters, so everyone will be able to remember that. Emilio, what did you miss? And how's the test going? Right, so pretty much made no difference to FPS anything. We've tried, made no difference to FPS. So I think all the command line arguments are locked down for Fortnite on the Unreal Engine. We're currently looking at teleporting. So when somebody in the distance is kind of going from here to there and just teleporting around, whether or not we can minimize that on our end. Yesterday, I had a working theory that view distance was making a difference, because when we changed low view distance up to medium, teleporting seemed to be less. However, when I've tested today on this, it doesn't seem to be making any difference with the view distance, whether things are teleporting in the background or not. So I've been using command line arguments, the different network ones, to see if I can make any difference
Welcome
for the
to the aim
teleporting.
section.
So there's a bot on the horizon over here. We can watch and see how much it teleports. There he is. So as per normal, he's just standing there. Right. We're just going to sit here for a second. So am I uploading anymore? So what did we say? The last time we ran this with the LAN settings up here, the packets per second were hovering around 60 download, and they were hovering mid-40s upload. And I want to see whether we can basically get more information up and down and more often. I'm going to have to go and get this guy again, aren't I? Come on, start running. Okay, he's running now. He's running. Oh, trying to shock me off. So we're watching this guy over here on the distance, up here, and we're watching for any kind of teleporting going on. At the moment that looks smooth, because at the beginning when we tested originally, he was teleporting basically from the tree to here every time and back again. That's with no command line arguments at all. Now this looks the same as LAN play to me. hovering around high 50s, 60 packets a second. And the upload is in the 40s again. See, he's stuck. Why is he stuck? Okay, now he's going again. And if we actually back off, he disappears. But that could be just a render range. That's about 150 meters. So we're backing in again. It doesn't matter whether you go low view distance or epic view distance. He disappears after 150 meters. I don't want to get too close to this edge because this guy with a grenade launcher keeps launching me away. I'm trying to keep as far away from him as I can. Excuse me. So we're over 60 download packets a second at the moment. And when we jump around, the upload packets should go up because we're sending more information about our position to the server all the time. Our position's changing constantly, so now those packets per second have gone up. I've seen this as high as 90 when we did the LAN one. Oh, that's 95 there, that. 94. Sorry, I need a water. I need a hydrate. I blame chat for not writing hydrate. Yeah, I've seen that many times. I do keep my view distance at near. Yeah. So, did seem to help yesterday when we went from near to medium view distance. The amount in Save the World, the amount that the husks, the zombies were teleporting about. It did seem to help, but it's not the same test over and over, obviously. The different zombies taking different paths, and it's not a very good test. This is a better test in that it's the same map, it's the same guy going left and right every time. And if he starts teleporting, that's bad. Because we want a higher tick rate, not a lower tick rate. And tick rate is how often we get information from the server and how much information we send to the server. See, what cheaters will do is they'll block the upload and then do a load of kill you and then unblock the upload, and then the server goes, oh, okay, here we go, you killed that person, and the other person on the other end hasn't got a clue what just happened because the enemy froze in front of them and nothing happened. So I'm trying to reduce the tick, increase the tick rate so that it combats that a little bit. But this looks good to me. Now the real question is, if we now take everything off again, completely, is that bot going to teleport? Because it could be just down to the route we're taking to the server and we're getting some packet loss or something. Let's take everything off now and have a look. So these are the ones I've tried. So we tried some kind of visual ones, taking off splash, HDR, ray tracing. They made no difference at all. We then tried disabling some extra logging in case it was doing extra kind of CPU cycles with the extra logging work it had to do. That made no difference at all. We tried taking off the verify garbage collection. That made no difference at all. And now we're on to the network tweaks. Explain your question. And these do seem to have helped, but that didn't seem to do anything at all. So I'm going to take everything off again now and see whether we're exactly where we were at the beginning, or whether it was just coincidence we were getting teleporting at the time. So the only one we were just trying there is that one. So we're going to take everything out. We're going to turn this off. We're going to restart Fortnite, and we're going to run the same test again where we were just in the map looking at that guy, looking at that bot teleporting or not. Make sense? I mean, traditionally, these are all, everything's been just disabled in Fortnite. The only one that's ever worked, really, is the one that can change the render modes from DX11 to DX12. Everything else, even Epic have even got a support website page about limit client ticks helping with packet loss. That's never worked, ever. So why they've made a support page on it saying try this, is they don't even know their own product. Crazy. Right, I need a water. I'm struggling here. Hang on. Water. Water. Let's have a look.
Welcome to the AIM section.
Thank you. Thank you for your welcome. Right, so there's the bot in the distance, but as per normal, it's not moving. Maybe it'll start moving in a minute. I'm going to sit here for a second just to have a look at the stats. So around 60 packets a second again download, 50s and 60s, in the 40s and in the 40s for upload. So that's the same as normal. So remember, this is with no command line arguments at all. So to me, that looks identical net stats to the other ones. He is running around, but okay, there he goes. Right, did you see that? He teleported there. Might be because I'm too far away though, and he might be despawning. Is he teleporting? It's okay, so he's okay at the moment. Okay, does a tiny bit, tiny bit of teleporting between here and here. But I haven't seen anything major yet. They don't do anything. Again, it did a little hitch from there to there. What view distance are we on? Medium. Make sure we're doing the same tests. See, that seems alright to me. And I've got no command line arguments. And the net stats are all the same as what they were when we were doing land play and everything else. I was saying that, when we did the land play, I think they were not dropping below about 57 or something, were they? It seemed to be a bit more stable. Hey Sub, what are you saying? How you doing? I'm not English, but my question is, you've got that with that. That's a good combination. So what is the best for immediate? Performance mode is the answer. Right now, performance mode is better than DX12 by latency by a whole millisecond, and FPS will be better as well, performance mode. It was only not better when they Epic messed up performance mode and it had all the hitching. That's when it was not better. So performance mode is what you want right now. They fixed that since. Cores, some people say 8 cores is only better than 16 cores. So you're talking about performance cores, because I disable half my performance cores. So sorry. Yeah. No, wait. No, I disable half my E cores. Is what I do. If you're talking E cores, then yes, 8 cores is better than 16. If you're talking performance cores, then you want all as many as you can have. Make sense? Do you understand? I don't know. I gotta say, look, 60 packets a second, 61, 60, 59. I don't think these are doing anything. Honestly, don't think these are doing anything. I'm just tracking this, basically. Is it hitching at all? Oh, now it's got stuck there. That's interesting. How do these look down here? Are these quite smooth? I just don't see any additional packets per second. But download or upload, especially download. It'll be download, really, that's the critical one. What are we looking at? We're looking at 37 kilobits a second, 50, about 60 packets a second. So 35, 38, 37, 35. 36. Right, let's put lamb play back on and just look at that one again. Yeah, makes sense. If you want to optimize that CPU, then if you get my guide, then if you pay for the premium section of the Discord, then I've got a whole thing of how to optimize it for the BIOS, which should help. Okay, closing this off. Right, so I don't think any of these do anything. Is my conclusion right now. I don't think any of these do anything at all. They just don't seem to make any difference. I mean, I'm tempted to go with that one again. I want the best tick. Is it tick slice? Or is it, I don't know. I'll bite take, cool, yeah. So I'll point you to all the steps to do once you get it. I've got the water and then forgot to drink it. I don't know whether Mike's still watching. You still watching, Mike? Oh. Some save the world chit chat. Yep. Stonewood, I hit max build limit last night. I was trying to work out why I couldn't place a second wall. I could only place one wood wall, and then I couldn't place the second one. I was like, something wrong. I was rebooting, restarting. I hit the max build limit. So I need to cut things down a little bit, I think. I mean, I know I do have that mats grinder thing on top, so that's adding quite a bit of mats, but I think I've got too much block off. My concern is the tornado area. Won't be on till 8:30. The lad's back from school now. Oh no! Lost the PlayStation. Damn, sorry. I should have joined you for some ventures while I could. Right, so this is max ping. Oh, hello. Back around here, please.
Welcome to the AIM section.
Where am I? Oh, there. Right, okay. See that's doing quite a bit of packets per second. I saw over 100 packets a second there. Right, so stand near the white line. Oh, let's just stand on this. Right, come on, run around, please. Run around, please. It's not going to run around, is it? Need this guy to start running. Thank you. Thank you, 90s runner. Where's he gone? He's come down the bottom. Why has he gone down the bottom? Right, so we're tracking this guy here. If he teleports at all, then that's bad. What did I say the download kilobits per second was? Around 40 something, isn't it? It's packets per second, download, more stable. That looks more stable to me. I might be imagining it, but look, it's sticking on like 57, 58, 59. It's not going down. Am I imagining this? I mean, that went up to 106 packets a second there. How smooth is the guy running around? He teleporting at all? Looks alright, looks alright, looks alright, looks alright. I mean, it does look like that number there, the 61 packets a second, is more consistent to me. Because that was dropping into the 50s. Got a testing game. Yeah. It's just so variable testing it in game. I turn this guy off. Got some glider bots on. Got some glider bots as well. There's no fly zone is definitely something that this can improve. So if I can get my hit reg better for no fly zone, that would be really nice. What's it doing right now? 70 packets a second, 51. I might run this actually. It could be placebo, but I think that number there, the download packets a second, is more consistently around 60. Whereas the other ones, it was dropping into the 40s and then sometimes going to 60. This seems to be shoving it up a bit. I'm not getting more data, it just seems to be more often. Am I imagining that? I don't think I am. It seems to be sticking around 60-ish. I think I'm going to keep this. Or do I need to use it in conjunction with the FPS one? But let's read the information on this again before we jump head first. So this is the one I'm using right now. Force maximum tick time slice. So I still can't work that out whether the tick rate's higher or the gap between each tick is bigger, effectively making the tick rate lower. You see what I'm saying? The gap between each one is bigger because it's saying time slice. But you would have thought max would be better, right? Anyway, we tried this one and it didn't seem to do anything. So this overrides the fixed tick rate frames per second. Do we need this one as well as that? Do we need all of them together? I don't know. Override. Override fixed tick frames per second. Override fixed tick rate frames per second. So does that link your FPS to the tick rate? I wonder if Epic even knows. They probably don't. I mean, we could try all of them. We could just do the whole, all of these three together. We do all of them? I don't know what that would do. Start smoke coming out of my computer, I don't know. Does the order make any difference as well? If I'm doing that one first, does it override that one? Does it override that one? You know what I'm saying? Or does that one override that one because it's been put later? I don't know. What's best? Nobody knows. Because nobody's tested. Override fixed time rate, frames per second. Maybe you need that with a combination of this. And then you got the land play one. It's not even listed. Land play, whether playing on a local area network. So you would think that would just optimize everything for you. I don't know. Don't know how it conflicts with each other. Or they could all do nothing. Because this is the only way we've got to measure. I don't want to say the F word, but it's not particularly accurate, these tests, are they? But that's all we've got. How much teleporting is going on and how many packets per second is going on.
Welcome to the AIM section.
Thanks. Very welcoming here. Let's sit on where this is. And then watch this guy. Yeah. Is he going to teleport about? On my packets a second. Around 60 where actually they were before. Am I doing any more uploading per second? There was some uploading per second there, but that's because somebody else jumped around. Am I getting into? He's disappeared around the corner, that guy. Running man. Now how consistent are my packets per second? Okay, let's watch the bot, see if he's teleporting at all. He looks relatively smooth. That does look relatively smooth. It does look smooth. I don't see any teleporting at all there. Not even micro ones. Yeah, he's not teleporting at all in this combo. So packets per second are all sitting around 60 download. Still in the 30s for downloads a second. 34, 33, 36, 34. Upload is sitting in the 40s. 50. Only 2 kilobits a second. It's not sending much data. Getting 300 ping yesterday on West was wild. I actually was in a Save the World game, running the endurance test on German servers. Midway through, I was on 50 ping. I went into the background, turned on exit lag, went straight down to 0. I don't know what's going on with the servers or the routes. So same game, went straight down to 0. Well, that looks pretty good to me. I don't want the shockwave bot, he's just annoying. Let's have a look at gliders, see what kind of hit range I get with the gliders on. I want them smooth in the air is what I want. Did I just see a packet loss there? Did I imagine that? Did I just see a packet loss graph? Better hit reg. This is me being not very good. Seems alright. Uploading 50, 60 packets per second. Do you get them, but my BMQ is definitely on there though. Yeah, you got a little packet loss. Yeah, I thought I did. Let's see if exit lag recorded it. Where are we connecting to right now? London servers. Packet loss, it says 0%, but well, yeah, what was that? Is that when I alt tabbed? He did something weird. Oh no, look, one of the servers hit 545. That'll be why. Got 2 routes going at the same time. It's not registering any packet loss between me and the exit lag server. mean, hit res seems pretty good. I'm actually aiming where I'm aiming. I don't want to read those descriptions again. So, force max tick time slice. Override fixed tick rate frames per second. Fixed tick rate frames per second. I mean, it's not particularly descriptive, is it? It can mean anything. Override fixed tick rate frames per second. I mean, are you meant to use this with a number? Are you meant to have a colon and then a number? I don't know. I don't know. There's no more examples of it. Yeah, those examples. Are there any other examples down the bottom? Normally you have equals. So minus res equals. So I'd have an equals 360, would I? Does look to the usage is always equals and then the value. So where it says FPS, should I be putting in my FPS? I don't know. Stick it at the end. I don't know. Is that going to mess up something else? Would the logs tell you whether they're valid or not? Did Oxum fix his PC? I think it just like fixed itself. He didn't change anything, and then it was fine the next day. So he did say at the time that no one else in his house was using the internet when it was working. So maybe it was that. Probably have a look in the error logs to see if what I've just done is valid. So it's difficult to tell what's going on with these command line arguments because the documentation on them is so vague and can be interpreted in so many different ways, and it's not particularly clear whether they're even enabled or not. Even when you're testing, you can't tell the difference. All you've got to look at is the packets per second and whether or not something's teleporting around.
Welcome to the AIM section.
Stand it. Actually, I want to turn him off, don't I? I'll have the glider bots on then. Right, is he running around? He's running around over there, tracking him. See if he teleports at all. No, he's gone down the bottom again. Where's he going? I want him running across that ridge. Looks relatively smooth though. Right, packets per second download. Seeing around 60 something. I could so easily make a clickbait video about this and just lie and say, you must do this. It'd be very, very easy to make a clickbait video about this. But to me right now, these conclusions are, oh, these results are not particularly conclusive. It's probably the best thing to say. We're seeing on a decent amount of packets per second. Uploads in the 40s again. And downloads seeing more closely around 60. So the real question we're asking is, now I've set it to 360, do I have more aim assist? Is my aim assist now linked to my FPS? That's what I really want to know. Like it used to be. Have I just found a way around? Oh, that's pretty good hit, Reg. Hey, stop shooting at my... And this guy, is he glitching? Seems alright. Come on, no-fly zones. Wow, my aim's terrible today. Bloom, glorious, bloom. Are you on DX12? No, I'm not on DX12. They fixed performance mode, so there's no reason to be on DX12 at the moment. There's no big hitching in performance mode, so performance mode is the superior mode. Latency and FPS. Oh, my hit range is pretty good there. No, I don't know. Not sure that FPS thing does anything. Running around, jumping, 96 packets a second on the uploads, 95. 54 on the download. It's difficult to say. I don't know what to... If I recommend this to anyone, I can't really provide evidence, data-driven evidence to show that it's better. So I don't really want to recommend it. It might just be a case of suck it and see. Try this would be my recommendation. Try it. Because yeah, I'm not sure that does anything, because we tried both that and it didn't seem to make any difference. The land play, in theory, should sort all that out for you. Should alter the tick rate, should not reduce the amount that you're being sent. The FPS is not clear on how to actually set it up, whether you do equals and then you put your FPS in. I don't know. So it really only leaves the land play, which I've declared as snake oil already previously. So I don't know. What's tick max? I kind of want to run that one. Maybe they do two different things. Okay, what I might do is I might post on my Discord. No, this is not for FPS at all. This stuff is not for FPS. This is just for network. It's for teleporting people, and it's for basically updating how often you update your data to the server and how often it updates its data back to you. But the tick rate definitely seems to be server defined. So maybe those tick rate things are, you can't do much about it. So I might just recommend just those two for people to try and see if it's any better, but it would be a feel thing, unfortunately, because I haven't got a test that can accurately say yes, this is better than that. There's no test for it. The problem with HitReg, there's no test for it. I mean, I did kind of think of a test a while ago. I might try that. Let me just do this for a sec. But I did actually come up with a kind of a HitReg test a while ago in one of my own creative worlds. I don't want that though. Watching the runner at the moment. See, is it me or are my packets lower now? Look, I'm around 50 now. I know I've gone up to 60, but they are dipping into the 50s. I'm not as bothered about the upload one, the up arrow. Because that's all that's doing is reporting changes from my end. I want the download one. I want more information so teleporting stops and I'm aiming where it should be aiming. The one I care about more. See, I think that's going up and down more. If we just taken one out, that's... See, we're in the 47s. So I don't like this one. Whatever we've just done, I don't like it. Which ones have we just kept? Fourth ticks max. Let's try this. Some maps have different ping for me. Yeah, because they're hosted on different servers. Per my knowledge, Epic do not post every single creative map, even within the main things like BR. They'll do sometimes solos on one servers, duos on another, squads on another. So they're not posting it to everything to every server. per my experience. Which one was it that kept it pretty much dead on 60 the whole time? Which combo was it? I had to close the window. Bugs are coming in. We're not benchmarking anymore anyway. We're just looking at network stuff. Right, so look. 35, 29.
Welcome to the AIM section.
31, 100, 186. Wow. Turn that off, turn that on. Stand about here. Can I even see the bot? Where is he? Is that him? It's there. Right, what are we getting now? Look at the packets per second. 55, 56, 50, 55, 59, 56, 59, 53, 48, 45. Okay, that's going low as well. 38, 48. Oh, where's the one where it was basically sitting on 60? I can't remember which combo we had for that one. What's that? It's definitely starting it correctly as well. Because if you look at this, that's no, that's not going to show it. I need to have a look at that one. Yeah, they're all pretty much new ones. Unreal Engine 5.5. None of the old ones are even in the list. Well, most of the old ones aren't in the list. So I just went through the whole thing and picked out ones that look like they might be useful. But the explanation of them is lacking on the Epic website, putting it mildly. Well, I think I did try a combo earlier where my download packets per second were basically stuck on 60. Didn't really go lower than 57. But the ones I've tried recently, they've been kind of dipping into the 40s and things. You can see the packets per second up there.
Welcome to the AIM section.
81 ping, no thank you. So we're going to go over here. We're going to turn that off. We're going to turn that on. We're going to stand about where this is. We want to watch this guy run across here when he does start moving and see if there's any teleporting. And I want to keep an eye on the number that next to Mickey Mouse there. So where it says 62 packets a second, 59. See that already to me seems more stable. It's gone down to 55, but then it's back up to 60. 56. Oh, I did go to 49, 47, 48, 59, 62. Oh, that guy's running now. He's gone around this corner though. We need to watch him when he comes back. I mean, some of these might just not be doing anything. It might just be every time I go into this, it's just taking a slightly different route to the servers, or I mean, it could be anything. The trouble with network measuring it, when you go across the internet, you've got a moving target. You got all those hops, all those routers, switches, everything in between you and the game server, and they could take slightly different routes. One of the switches could get slightly more overloaded and cause a bit of a bottleneck. It's very, very difficult to quantify network stuff because you've got so many variables across the internet. So you can't really do a repetitive test. But I'm looking at this and I think my general packets a second are a bit higher now than they were before. It means I'm getting more information per time, which is exactly what I want. I think that's higher. That number there, that's 65, 68, packets of 72. I think that's higher. $71. What's my hit reg like? That's pretty good. These guys look smooth. I mean, if I recommend this combo that I've just put in to somebody else though, how can I justify it? How can I say this is better? It's a bit trust me bro this. But I mean, that does seem a bit higher. But I can't really measure it. 70 packets a second. I think I'm just going to have to get you guys to try it and see what you think. See if you notice less teleporting around, whether the people in the distance are kind of smoother, and whether your hit reg is better. And it's going to have to be kind of, see what you think, job. Because number one, I can't say what exactly they're doing because I'm not Epic. And number two, I can't quantify it. So, but that does to me look like it's higher packets per second. I mean, that just went to 134. Yeah, I mean, you guys are seeing this as well, right? I'm not just making it up. That seems higher on average than it was earlier. So it's basically, my original concern was when you changed view distance to low, it was actually reducing the amount of network updates it was doing for things in the background. That means when you were aiming at somebody a long way away, they would teleport. So they would go and they would just jump across the screen, which is not very good when you're trying to shoot somebody a long way away because you want it nice and smooth and you want to know that where you're aiming is where they actually are. So that's your download stats there. So the more packets per second you're getting, the more often you're getting updated information. Yeah? And Fortnite pretty much have a limit of about, I think it's variable on the servers, but the tick rate is around between 30 and 60 normally. And higher competitive games that are on LANs are kind of well over 100. So you get more updated information where everybody is more often. So that should improve your hit rate if you know where they are and they're actually there where you're aiming at them. And they're not jumping around on the screen. But that looks better to me. And I don't think it's the LAN play one on its own either. So I think I'm going to post this on the Discord and you guys can try it. Sounds like a deal? Sounds like a good idea? So that to me seems very, very good hit reg and nothing is jumping around. And my view distance, well, is medium at the moment. Medium. So the best FPS is low, the worst FPS is epic. But if this gives you more information kind of mid-range, then I think you probably want it on medium. That all make sense? That feels pretty good to me. I mean, I've got solid 360 FPS. Everything looks really smooth. I might run this for a while. Because I've been missing a lot lately. I think that's your Scottish internet. I mean, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid. All right. Try it and see if you guys think it's any better. Right, I'm going to post it on the Discord. Play a game of Reload. Okay, well, Kiro's on, but he's playing the thingy. And no one's on. I'm not going to play Reload on my own. All right, so the conclusion there was this one, this one, and this one. Come on, oh. All right. It looks like close Fortnite off. So it opens this up. So it looks like that. A bit big. Yeah. Hopefully that's enough information. So all you have to do is whack those three, copy paste those into there, and then start the game up. That's all you need to do. Yeah, let's save that. That didn't seem to do anything. That didn't seem to do anything. These didn't seem to do anything. These might do something. It's the long and the short of what we've just done for the last 2 hours or so. No, you just put them all together. I found that when I did them one at a time, it wasn't as good. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. The LAN play one is meant to not throttle any data that you're getting. The FPS one's meant to decouple, stop variable tick rate to FPS. I'm sorry, it's meant to stop fixed tick rate to FPS. And this is meant to set the tick rate to maximum. Whether or not it does the higher tick rate, or whether it's the gap between each ticks that's bigger, thereby making the tick rate smaller, I don't know, because the descriptions are so vague. So just put them all next to each other like this. Copy paste that lot into the Epic Games launcher, into settings, Fortnite, and then whack them all in there, and then just go and start Fortnite. Yeah. All right. Sure. Right, what are we doing now? I think I'm gonna stop streaming on YouTube now, because YouTube typically likes me doing benchmarking stuff, and I'm now gonna just go and play some games to try it out. So if you're interested in continue watching from YouTube, then I'd suggest jumping over to Twitch, same account, Alexander the Dad on Twitch. And then you can watch me play with it a little bit. But for now, I'm going to stop streaming on YouTube, and everything's going to move to Twitch. Okay? Are you guys ready? If you want to jump over, now's a good time to do it. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. All right, bye for now. All right. Oh, what? I can't stop streaming.